Well, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel, and Stardog and Fox. Evening, lads.
How are you doing, Oxshare? Evening, Fox.
Evening, Stardog. Evening, Ox. Get your phone switched off before you come on air. Very unprofessional. What do you think, Stardog?
Shocking, as Bridge would say.
Aye. Anyway, evening, Bears. Hope we're all looking forward to the game tonight. Rangers v Bayer Leverkusen. Last 16 round of the Europa League. Hopefully we can come out and have a real whirlwind start and get ourselves in front, Stardog. But anyway, never mind about that. I think you've got the team there, Paul.
You've got the team?
I do so, mate. I've got the team here.
That was your number and phone me. Did you do that deliberate?
I've seen nothing.
There's a Bridge in.
They're up to all the tricks, Stardog. I thought Rangers supporters helped each other out.
I'll tell you,
I'll swap
Oxshare,
for a packet of pasta, they said to me.
You can't get the staff in here tonight, I'll tell you. But I'll give you the first team if you want it.
That was it.
For tonight's match. It's Alan McGregor we're starting with. Tav's made it. Golson, Edmondson and Barisic make up the back four. The midfield is Kamara, Davis and Scott Arfield. With what looks to be a three up front with Aribo, Kent and Morelos, but possibly adapting to a 4-5-1 if needed be. And the substitutes are Fotheringham, Polster, Andy Halliday, Katic, Ojo, Hadji and Flo Canberry.
All right, I don't think most people were far away from their team selections, but obviously there were a few players missing. Maybe Hollander, if I pick my first out, but maybe Edmondson, a chance for him to come into the team and really, really grow up, Fox.
Well, it's a big shout to bring him in at this game, mate. I know he's been in the last couple of games, but I'd have rather myself seen Katic there. As I was saying last night, strong in the air inside our own box and strong in the air in the opposition box. But Edmondson's got the nod, maybe just for his pace. Yeah,
I'd agree with that. Oxshare, I think, this team's got a lot of pace in it. This Bayer Leverkusen team we're playing up against tonight, I don't think they're the biggest team. I think it might have been different after the star man Kevin Vollen was playing. He's a big physical threat, more suited to Niko Katic. But for me, Edmondson's got a big chance tonight to prove himself. This is by far the biggest level he's ever played at, mate. So let's hope he can step up. He wasn't bad in Braga either, was he? He had a good game over there as well. So let's hope he can keep that going, Ox.
No, he's done okay. Fox no far away for the team. I can see as easily Kent getting pulled back in on the left-hand side when we're out of possession, and we'll set up as 4-5-1 when we've not got the ball.
Well, for me, the middle three, Kamara, Davis and Arfield, will need to be supplemented by Aribo, Kent and Morelos working hard, pressing up from up front and pressing in hole as a side. I don't think we can allow this team any time on the ball, and I think we do better when we press for the front. So a lot of work rate expected out of the team tonight. Let's hope they can stand up and be counted.
What about yourself, Stardog? When we're not get the ball 4-5-1, when we've got the ball 2 will sit and the other 4 will go and try and join in.
I think that's the way it has to be tonight. This team's really strong in possession. Leverkusen are really strong in possession, mate. So everybody's going to have to muck in tonight, like Fox says. There's going to be times where everybody's going to have to come back, muck in. Everybody's going to have to go and press as well. If one person doesn't do it, mate, there's no point in the full team doing it because it just doesn't work. So for the front line all the way to the back, we've got to really push for the front tonight and press this team because they'll not like that. The crowd will get right behind us. And we've just got to try and stay in this tie tonight, Oxshare. That's what it's all about for me. I know I said 2-0 last night, but the nerves started getting to you in the night of the game. I'm still confident, but I would very much like us still to burn the tie at the end of this game, mate.
I don't think we're going as favourites, mate. You've got to be realistic, I think, sometimes. But if you think back to 2008, I don't think we were favourites against Werder Bremen. Fox and their goalie threw in 2 for us, so you never know.
Mistakes are always there to be made. I just hope the team live up to our expectations tonight. They've done really, really well to get this far in the competition, and I hope this is the night they really spark back into life. I would have a wee different plan if I was Steven Gerrard, mate. I'd say to my players, if they start to close you down, start sneezing and coughing, but get yourself some room.
You've always been full of dirty tricks.
Oh, you're going to try every trick in the book to get an advantage.
Right. I don't think there could be a better time to play this team. You know, they've got a lot of first team players out injured. We went through them last night. There's 4 or 5 first team players that are out there now injured. You know, as I say, Kevin Volland hasn't even made the trip, so they know they've got to play us behind closed doors as well next week. So we've got an advantage in this tie. The fans just need to get behind the team tonight, and we'll take it from there. Like you said, Oxshare, the Werder Bremen tie 12 years ago now. You know, we never expected that night. They had some cracking players on display as well, and they had a lot more money in their team than what we did back then as well. And look what happened. So you never know. Let's just get behind the team and we just take it for there as soon as the first whistle goes.
I agree. You never know, and that's the beauty of football. And we'll see where it takes us. We're representing our country. We're the only team that the country's got left in Europe, and we should be congratulated, Fox.
Of course we should. I think it's absolutely brilliant that this is the biggest game in this season for any Scottish club. Others have failed where we have remained in, and hopefully again we'll surprise everybody. I'm really hoping as I keep saying, we need to work our socks off tonight, and if we do that, I think we're in with a good chance.
See, when you look at the campaign, Oxshare, you know, see by the time we've completed these 2 fixtures, well, you're talking 20-odd fixtures just in the Europa League. You know, some Champions League teams that win the actual tournament don't play as many games as what we've played in Europe, mate. You know what I mean? We've went really, really far.
I hear.
I think the crowd could play a big part tonight, Ox. If they get the atmosphere going, try right away, get the Alfredo chant going, get a bit of confidence into him, and that maybe spur him on and shows the good player that he is. Crowd big for you tonight, Ox?
No, a factor, mate, but I just think we're putting a good side, and we need to. It's all about concentration. Start concentration for me.
I think this has been our defence and our teams at its best, mate. When you have to be focused and you've got to be concentrating for the full game, you know, I think this is when we've put on our best displays, and that has came in the European games. Unfortunately, in the league, mate, the back line are seeing so much of the ball and they're not getting tested enough, and then for that wee lapse of concentration, the teams are getting the part and they're catching us in the league, mate. But in Europe, it's different. You've got to be focused 100% all game, and I think that's when they play their best, mate. So let's hope they can continue that, because as I say, in Europe so far, I've absolutely no qualms with the defence at all. They've given me nothing to complain about.
Well, people want to join us. What's the number, Fox?
Number is 0141 356 1972. And if you call in, just hang up and we will call you straight back.
Where else can you join us?
You can also join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, and you'll be brought into the call by Technical Terry.
He's an awful nice guy, that Technical Terry.
Some boy, isn't he?
No, he's mate.
Brilliant. Do we know would they buy a Leverkusen line-up at all? No, do we know what they've started with tonight? What formation, all that?
I haven't even looked, to be honest. It's what we do over the 90 minutes that's going to matter, mate. They are what they are. They are what they are, and we've got to cope with them. Would you like to see us go gung-ho and have a go, or sit back to stay in the tie?
I would like to see us no concede in the first 20 minutes, Fox, and just see what kind of way we're playing and take it for there, mate. I think it's important in this tie not to concede early. You know, they really did wipe the floor with Porto. They were up 3-0 earlier before Porto scored. I know we beat Porto. Well, Porto didn't beat us. We beat them and drew with them. But, you know, they demolished Porto, so they're fast after the mark, and they will only hang about and waste chances in front of goal. They're quite clinical that way. So for me, it's about keeping in the tie for the first 20 minutes and then taking it for there, mate.
It's a tie. That's what I think you need to remember. Nothing's decided tonight, Fox, and if we're still in it and we maybe need one each even, it's no ideal. It wouldn't be the perfect result, but then I can always see us getting a goal away from home, bizarrely, you know.
It's common sense to think that we need to stay in the tie. I said that last night myself, but would the crowd like to see us have a go?
Aye, of course they would.
Nothing to lose, mate. Nothing to lose.
Smurf, mate. Smurf's joined us. Evening, Smurf.
All right, Smurf.
All right, boys. How you doing?
All right, yourself. What's your thinking on the team?
Quite happy about the selection. It's just how they're going to line up. It's I think we've got to flood that midfield, and not go gun ho. You just heard you there. I was tuning in. You were talking about concentration, and I think you've hit the nail on the head. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take 90 minutes of solid concentration, and if we can do that, I think we might be okay. I think we'll get through it. As long as we're still in this game when we go to Germany, we're in with a shout.
Yeah. Aye, concentration. I think that would be something that could be put to Kamara, that his concentration's waned a bit. Stardog.
Aye, I think he dilly-dallies in the ball, mate. Sometimes he looks, for me, Oxlade looks hesitant in his passes. So he doesn't look sure of himself sometimes in his movement. And then at times at the weekend, he looks as if he couldn't get rid of the ball quick enough. So for me, he just needs to do what he done best last season. He was really, really calm in possession. His passes were accurate. He never ever tried anything fancy or special. He does the simple things well. So for me, he's got to find that form again as well, and some sort of confidence, mate. And you'll not find many better platforms to date on.
I think it's been much. Anyway, we've been joined by Scott, 1970. How we doing, Scott?
Evening, Oxshire. Evening, Stardog. Evening, Fox.
Thoughts on the team, mate?
I thought maybe Hadji would have been playing instead of Kamara, but I think he maybe went for a bit of legs, maybe in midfield, because this team's obviously a right good team. They beat Atletico Madrid in the Champions League in their group at home, so I think he's went for a wee bit of legs, but it's mostly a team everybody went for, I think, but the only problem was with Tavernier, but he's obviously fit. But I think that's how Hadji's maybe on the bench. Maybe bring him on the 20 minutes, 25 minutes to go or something.
It's a 14-minute game, mate. A 14-man game now. That's the game's changed, isn't it?
I think we'll need everyone tonight, because this is going to be a difficult game. But I'm looking forward to it. It's great to be in the last 16 of a European competition again. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to the game.
You know, the thing is, if we go 2-0 up tonight and we get this result that people mentioned last night, everybody will be on looking for flights and thinking how we're going to get it.
Yeah, that's it, I know. A few of my mates have already booked up to go, so I think they're still going anyway, I think.
Aye, well, you might not be allowed to go the way the world's going.
No, I know, the way it's going. You might not be allowed to go anywhere, sure.
Yeah. So, Smurf, Hadji would be the only one that would maybe get a case for maybe playing. The rest, I think, pretty much predict herself with who's available.
Aye, I think so. I think, as you would look at it sort of on form, etc., you would think we're going to be under the cosh. Make no mistake, this is a Champions League outfit that you're playing here. This is a top-class outfit. And maybe Hadji, although he's always looking to attack, he's always looking for that decisive pass up. There's a lot of positivity. I think he's a guy, as a game goes on, 60 minutes onwards, maybe bring him on when they're a bit tired or whatever, and maybe do something then. But it could be a passenger at the beginning of that game. You want a bit of industry in there, and as you were saying, concentration. I think it's going to be a massive night for Goldson, because the last sort of two real top class teams we played were I would say Braga and Porto away for home, he was immense. And I think when he's got to be tuned in, dialed in, and sort of focused, that's when you've seen him at his very best. So we're going to need that the kind of performances again for him.
It's strange. He has credit where credit due. I mean, he's had a lot of flack, Doug, but he has some big performances in Europe.
He's been huge in Europe, Oxchair. I'm one of his biggest critics, but he's been huge in Europe. But in the same sense, again, I think we're starting to kind of forget the first half in Braga. We weren't at it at all as a team. No Conor Golson, but as a team, we weren't at it in the first half against Braga. And, but I don't think we can afford that Rangers to turn up at all tonight, because this team will not hang about. They'll not wait for us to come into the game at all. They'll just take the game to us, and it could end up being a long night. So we have got to be at it. But defensively, I think we've been superb in the tournament. I really, really do.
Is this team a better team than Legia Warsaw?
I would say so. Opinion.
I would say so. Aye.
Undoubtedly,
easily.
Aye.
Undoubtedly.
Is it the league they play in? I mean, obviously they're sitting well in the league just now, but and they had a Champions League position, so they had a bit of consistency the last few years.
It's the scalps of them. Sorry, on you go.
The sheer number of talent they've got in their squad as well, Oxford. The players that they've got on display are some fantastic players, mate, and some of them haven't even started yet in their careers, and they're getting valued at hundreds of millions. So, for me, they've got some amount of talent on display. They're fighting up there with the best in the German league. Definitely, this will be the best team we'll play this season.
All right. Anyway, I think Andy's joined us for Leeds. Evening, Andy.
How you doing, boys?
All right, give us Andy's acca of the night. What is it?
Well, I think we just got to match them up, stay in the tie, get Morales giving it Laldi's all the way up the top there, run them out, keep them tight, try and get a goal. I don't think we're going to stop them from conceding, so we've got to at least get 2-1 result. I'm looking for 2 clear from them, whatever we get. But, we're all a bit down there. We've got to be positive here tonight and just say, come on, let's have it here. We've got it. For coming back, we've got to have one good game, haven't we?
I
That's the last say it. I've just got to be positive, haven't we?
I get where you're coming from. Listen, it's an old-fashioned European tie. No, it's no group stages. This is up and at them. See where it takes you.
Well, that's all I'm saying. I mean, you see, I'll not be, in my opinion, you see, we've done well in Europe because teams kind of stand off us, and we're pretty good at getting them. We ain't getting that tonight. The Germans are coming with a tank, so we've got to match them up. It's nothing like this is like a British style team. They'll just come at us all the time. So we've got anyway that ball anywhere near the box, right? The 2 central defenders and the guy in the middle, just bash it away out of the way. Let the midfield get strong and just let's try and get an early goal would be nice, wouldn't it? Get an early goal.
I think it's going to be a derby night come what may, Fox, innit?
Well, I'm taking already.
Personally, I'd rather see he's got a late goal than an early goal. Late goal, if we get that could be a chance of being 1-0 in the tie, and that would do me immensely. Do you think it's a big gamble in bringing Tav back?
Yeah. Depends how fit he is, mate.
Me personally, Fox, see, given the fact that they left it so late, I think it is a risk for me. I would have played Postal tonight, mate. Not because I don't like Taver, because I don't think he's, just because of the sheer fitness fact, mate. Because they left it so late to make the decision on him, I don't even know if we'll get 90 minutes out of him tonight.
I think it's a sign that we're going to have a go, believe it or not, to risk on with Tav. And we've got Barisic on the other side. I've got a feeling we're going to really have a go at them. And I hope we do. I'm looking for an exciting game and a good outcome,
Is there the best chance of scoring set pieces tonight?
I think crosses into the box will be essential, Oxshare. I don't know about set pieces and crosses into the box I'd probably go with, aye. Given Fred's 2 goals against Feyenoord, I know I keep getting back to them, mate, but they were special goals. But that's the capabilities that he possesses. So for me, you've got to get the balls into the box, and I'd be looking for Joe Rebo to go and support them in there the night. if given the chance, mate. So aerial threat as well. We don't really have that without Katic in the team, to be honest with you. For corners, I don't really see Andy jumping up and scoring the heat of the night unless Katic comes on as a substitute. But aerial threats, mate. It's got to be there up front with Morelos for me, Ox.
Andy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to be peppering them with crosses, hopefully. We've got to actually hope that Taverniers learns out to cross, starts crossing again. Pardon the pun, like, you know. But, yeah, I think so. Is Kamara playing?
Yes, he is indeed.
I'll just get Stardog to shout out the team again. On the go, Stardog.
Yep. The team is McGregor, Tav, Golson, Edmondson, Barisic. The midfield three is Kamara, Davis, and Arfield. The front three is Aribo, Kent, and Morelos. But we reckon, Andy, that's going to shift into a 4-5-1 when we're out of possession. And the substitutes are Fotheringham, Polster, Andy Halliday, Katic, Ojo, Hadji, and Kamberi.
Kamara worries me right enough.
Oh, his form in Europe's been decent for me.
I hope you're right and I'm wrong, like, you know, but there you go. Yeah, I just think, just get into them. Come on, I'll keep asking for it. I've not even put a line on tonight. There you go, boys. So I think we're going to win.
Did you put a line on?
I put no line on at all, no.
All right, we were wondering what Andy Zaka was going to be.
No, not tonight, pal. I'll tell you, I'm sick of him. I think I'm cursing him, man. You know?
Just talking about that, how was your luck at Cheltenham, Foxy boy?
Never got a line on the day at all, mate.
All right, okay.
Mine was rotten.
Who's that? Scott?
Mine was rotten, I tell you. Just on the set pieces, Oaks, I think we've been getting like 15, 16 corners and we've not really been creative enough around the set pieces that we should be. So I always there's maybe a chance to score, but I think some of our set pieces have been poor the last 3 or 4 games. We seem to get a lot of corners and don't seem to get a lot of goals out. I know before the Christmas, I think they were the top scorers of the set pieces, I think, but to come back after the break, they've been quite poor, I think.
We'll return from a position that goals wise isn't great, is it?
I know if he would come back, no, but I think Morelos is key tonight. If he hopefully the clock keeps saying hopefully he'll get back to the form, because he's been outstanding. He's kind of ragdolled like 2 and 3 centres half, 2 4 every time. So hopefully he can get back and get the buzz back into him, and hopefully he can perform tonight, because he's a key player for us tonight. I think the best player. So
I think for talking about the set pieces, certainly free kicks in and around the box, especially with the weather and stuff and whatnot. I think that could be a good opportunity for us, with Barisic getting a goal, wind swirling and stuff like that. I think we've got to be aggressive, and I think with the wee man up front, sort of ragdolling him about the place, it causes a lot of chaos, and we could get something out of that, making your own luck sort of thing. Because I don't think we're going to ever outplay them, you know what I mean? But we need to be very, 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 very aggressive in this game and out of possession.
I think Arfield could be the link there tonight. If he can turn out good games, he could be the difference there between him and Morales. If Morales has got his head on the light,
Arfield does some magnificent things, mate, when it works for him. His flicks and his passing when he's on his game and it works, he's fantastic. I think with Jack not playing, he'll try to support Davis more than he would have done normally, but out of possession. So him and Kamara, they've got a big job in there today, and they'll have a lot of miles to cover. Andy.
Yeah, I think so, right enough. I mean, like I said, Kamara just worries me with the blind passes that he does at the back there, so he's not to be tuned in well, I think putting cross balls in with the corners, because that's where we could miss Katic tonight, because I think he's only the one true boy in the team that can hit a ball, to be honest with you. I think that'll be a big miss, that he's gone with what he's gone. Like you said, we didn't expect any other, really. The team would more or less pick the same team, didn't we?
He's putting a lot of faith in the boy Edmondson.
Oh, definitely. It's a big game for him tonight, isn't it? Because he's not been that great, has he, in the last couple of,
He was outstanding in Braga, but...
Aye, he was.
His best game, that was his best game, I think, in Braga. He was outstanding.
It was one of Goldson's best games and all, wasn't it?
It was, aye. But Goldson's been good in Europe.
He's outstanding in Porto. Outstanding in Porto.
It's only when Goldson's had time in the ball, I think he's still a player, but if he just defends, he's all right.
I mean, he's concentrating and he's got to be sort of tuned in. He's not got time to mess about, brilliant. But in Porto, the game away in Porto was his best game in the Rangers jersey. He was outstanding that night.
I thought that was his twin brother, to be honest with you. I like that. There you go.
Oh, you're a hard man, Andy.
Hey, listen. They've made me hard, these guys, I'll tell you. But you just got to keep following them, haven't you? And just keep hoping it's going to turn round, it's the only team, mate. The only team. We just got to do it, I mean, if you get a result tonight and then...
As Fox will tell you can get married 6 or 7 times, but you've only got the one football team.
Oh, that's definitely. You'll not get an argument with me there, I'll tell you.
So, right, a wee prediction for you, Smurf. Come off that fence. How's it going to go, mate?
What I think or what I want?
What you want, said nothing, but what you think.
I see 2 each, I think.
2 each? All right, mate. That would be a great game. It wouldn't be the first time a classic encounter in Ibrox. Aye. What about yourself, Scott? How've you seen it going?
I'm going to go 2-1 Oaks.
For the Bears?
I think we'll win 2-1, hopefully.
At least you're a bit more positive rather than...
You've got to be positive, haven't you? So
aye. At least before the game.
At least before that. You've got to be positive, haven't you? It'll be a tough game, but hopefully they can bring out the best and get a victory.
Go and get them covered, Andy. 1 each, 2 each, and 2-1 the Bears. Correct score.
Nah, I'm going 2-1, and if we get the crowd bouncing, maybe a late third one right at the death there. Go for 3-1, eh?
Aye, mate. I would take that, mate. I really would take that. Stardog.
A 1-0 allocation for me and the Bridge man.
Well, we'd take that as well, wouldn't we?
I'd bite your hands off for that score. Anybody else bite your hand off for that?
Aye, I'd take 1-0.
Absolutely.
Oh, aye. This is the best. I mean, this is the best team we've played in 8 or 9 years.
I would say since Breaton City. Aye.
Going to be. No, but it is, and it's just in the last 8 year, 9 years, it's going to be the best team we've played. Undoubtedly. I don't think we've come up against a better side than this.
I think that would be fair, Smurf. Aye. Particularly the form in a very tough league. That's a competitive league, the old Bundesliga.
And they beat Atletico as well.
Aye, look what they done last night.
And they beat Bayern and Dortmund this season as well.
I mean, what are we looking for Ryan Kent tonight? For me, Hawks Jerry's good to get back and muck in, but also when we're in possession of the ball, maybe if our corner, it's up to him. It's up to him to try and get us up the pitch tonight, isn't it? Really, because he's the man with the pace up front. I think Joe Aribo's the go-to man between him and the midfield and Morelos, but Kent's the one that's going to get us up the park tonight.
Carry the ball, but it's all about the final option, mate, and that's what he's let himself do.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Is anybody fun?
Sorry, Aribo playing the right then? Right.
No, I think he'll play on the left tonight, personally, Scott.
Aye, Aribo, I'm saying. Aribo playing the right.
No.
Back to the role he was playing before the...
I think he'll play that
played quite good.
I think Arfield will be sitting tighter. I can't see it being reversed.
Aye.
Something, Knox? It could actually be it could actually just be the 4-5-1 he's going with the night, couldn't it?
Well, that's what Kent McGee playing left, wasn't it?
Aye.
Yep.
Well, it can morph. It can morph, can it? It can morph it to say a 4-2-3-1. You know what I mean? Very quickly as you're attacking forward. You know what I mean? Out of that 5-man midfield, very quickly change.
I think Aribo's
as well, didn't he?
Well, I think Aribo's going to be that guy tonight, mate. I think, like Oxford mentioned, I feel he's going to have his work cut out from the night in the midfield, mate, mucking in with Kamara and Davis. For me, Aribo's the key between the midfield and Morelos tonight. I believe that's why he's in the team. Hopefully he can take the ball on and get by a few players. But he'll be the one that's getting into the box and helping Alfredo tonight. For me, mate, it'll be a bit Aribo. But I feel he's going to have his work cut out. He's going to have a shift ahead of him tonight.
Here's a question. Would any of you have fancied Canberra starting in the place of Kent?
It would have been. We could have done that. I mean, we could also have started Canberra in place of Alfie and said, look, go and he's the best hour of your life, and then you bring Alfie on. That's a chain of thought also. But look, the manager puts a lot of trust in Ryan Kent, so it's not a surprise, but I get where you're coming from. Andy?
Well, personally myself, I like the Canberra one. I would have done that, but when Morales just doesn't seem to be able to play, does he? Or want to play, with two strikers, like one on, one off with, so. No, I think you've got to go with Alfie. What I'm worried, I just don't think he's a performance lately, because he's had that crazy heat on, hasn't he? That look about him just at the moment, but if he's wanting his move or his so-called move, then he needs to get his head on tonight. And what a good advertisement for him to ragdoll the Germans, and hopefully get us a couple of goals or do them some damage, That's how I'm looking at it now. But I'm worried what kind of performance we're going to get out of him.
I mean, he's been inconsistent to say the least. That would be. I think that we would be being very charitable towards Ryan to say that he's been inconsistent, but he got the goal there at the weekend. Maybe that'll kick him on. It wasn't the best goal.
Also got the goal in Braga Hawks.
Aye, that's also right, mate. That was a good goal.
Do you think at the stage do you think at the stage that Kent's at the now, do you think he's finding it just a wee bit too hard there at the minute to play for the Rangers?
I think it's a mentality thing, innit? It's, coming playing for Liverpool's reserves to going into a team that's expected to win every week, where there's, and it's every competition. We're expecting or planning to go as far in every competition, and certainly domestically win it. There's an expectation. The fans fancy every domestic trophy. They want, obviously, how many trebles has any team ever done? But what I'm saying is that's the aspiration at the beginning of the season, and it's relentless. It doesn't go away, and with each passing year, with a wee bit of sort of, you're not being as successful as you would like. That just gets ramped up, and it's never going to dissipate. So that's going to be difficult for anybody to come into.
I think there's a good wee chance that Kent will shine tonight, and in the Scottish leagues, he's capable of beating a man, but we know that there's 10 men behind the ball, and he runs into another man, he runs 100%. Into another man. But I think there'll be a bit of room for Kent tonight, and it's vital that he gets himself into the box. He's the only one, apart from Morelos, I think, that is good at shooting up front, and he's capable with both feet, and I'm hoping Ryan has a wee stormer tonight.
He's certainly got the talent. He's got the talent. He's got the ability. So there's no reason why not.
Definitely has, Smith. Definitely has. When he plays, he looks a top draw player, but too often this season he's been posted missing. But hopefully the night's not one of the nights, Scott.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be crying out for him to do something. But I think it's more said there. I think, as you said, you're probably to win every game with Rangers, and maybe that's a threat to him. Plus, you don't know the price tag as well could affect him as well. But I just agree with Fox here. He'd obviously up. He gets a lot of he's running into players all the time, but I think this team maybe kind of push men forward, so it might be his time to shine tonight. Hopefully he can do that.
Certainly with his pace, it's, if you're going to be under the cosh and you've got him, he's got a lot of pace, might be able to catch him out with a ball over the top, with space in behind to run into. So we've got, he's got pace to burn, and it's it's going to have an opportunity to exploit his pace tonight. He's not going to be 10 guys to run into. You know what I mean? So hopefully,
it's all about decision making for me when he lets the ball go, and that's where his game has to improve. He's playing against a big athletic team tonight, Stardog. His decision making has to be perfect, because if he gets the ball and he dilly-dallies and all your team run past him, he can leave us exposed, and he's only 30 yards for the opposition goal.
You brought up his game.
I mean, everybody's going to have to bet it tonight for us. We can't have any passengers, as Bridgeman says last night on the show. We can't afford to have any passengers at all tonight. It's up to Ryan Kent, Alfredo Morelos, Joe Aribo. When they've got the ball in possession, you just try and get us up the pitch. It's very, very rarely, actually, I think you'll agree with me here, it's very rarely you come across a German team that's not organised. They'll be a well-organised outfit. They've got the boy Jonathan Tah at the back. He's a centre-back for the future. Him, mate, Alfredo Morelos will have his work cut out tonight. But we know we're capable in the same sense. And it's one of these European nights again at Ibrox. And anything can happen, mate. And I really do hope we get a special night, because the fans will do it.
They are due it. The fans are due it, Andy, aren't they?
Oh, definitely. A good special night, and round it off with the cherry on the cake when we do the filth on Sunday. That would be nice. Definitely. That's what you're looking at. I think we can do this. I mean, I'm getting more confident now because I'm on my second vodka, so I've stopped shaking about now. But come on, let's be positive here. It's all doom and gloom in it, and we're all falling out amongst ourselves and getting upset and all that, because they've got to get it to us. And if they give us performance, like I said to you before, if they give 110, there'll be no problem. Them fans will be right behind them, and we'll be going again, start another run. And that's what we've got to think about. It's all about getting as far as we can in this, getting the money, getting steady back in the league, and then planning for next season. That's the way we can look at it now. There's no point worrying about, well, we had the league in my hand. Well, it's gone now. But what we can do is we can make sure that we get going forward. That's the way we've got to look at it now.
Our ball carriers, Aribo and Kent, are going to be really called upon to ease pressure. Relieving that pressure on defence, balls over the top, chasing them, and carrying it, into space and stuff like that. It's not just about going and creating and what. It's easing the pressure on the midfield and the defence so they can reset and recock, because it's a top class team, and hopefully we can expect in behind them. So I'm absolutely confident we'll score tonight. There's undoubtedly. Just as long as we're in that tie going over there, but you've got to be in it to win it. So half time at 90 minutes, and as long as we're still in it, we're in with a shout.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think we need to watch the passing to the back as well tonight, because I think a couple of the games there have been passing the ball into Kamara, and there's a couple of men on him, and we get caught out on Sunday with that, where the boy Mackay nearly scored. I think Edmondson played the ball. I think it was Aribo actually played Andy. I think instead of trying to play these bit passing across the box or into midfield, just take it long and try and turn them. Because these teams have got, they will get away with that in Europe, they'll get away with it in the Scottish game, but in the European game they will get away with that.
Yeah.
We cannot be wasteful with our passing tonight. We've got to keep control of the ball as best we can. I agree with, I think, who was it said that at times tonight we've got to go direct and get their midfield turning on their heels and get their defenders and Alfie and hopefully Kent chasing them up all the time.
It's simple to me, just match them up. I've been saying this since we've hit the gut. Get stuck into them. They're only men. They're only, it doesn't matter what side they are, just get into them.
I don't want to see us playing football in our half at all tonight. I think when we get the ball at the back, we've just got to go straight to front with it, and I think we've got to go in there and fight for the sake and balls, mate. I don't think we can afford to be dilly-dallying or delaying our passing. And when we are passing the ball, there's got to be a tempo to it. If we're keeping it on the ground, there's got to be a tempo to it. But when we're getting the ball to the centre-backs tonight, I would like to see us just going straight to the front with it and get in there and fighting for the second ball. What Fox just says there, get them turning on their heels and then go in there and pressure them, because I don't care who you are or how good you are. You've got 4 or 5 players coming out, you pressing you. Nobody likes that. So let's get into them early.
Never used to bother me.
It was pretty
you talk to love and he knows Oxshire. I know if he's got that talent, Ken.
You were sitting in the bench at the time.
When I see the five of them running at me.
You're right, Stardog. You're right, Stardog, what you're saying, mate. If they're playing a high line, you've got to try and exploit that pace behind. You know, this is the one time when you want Goulson thinks he's Rio Ferdinand to play a big, long 60, 50-yard diagonal pass.
There's times for the passes, mate.
Aye,
there's times for them. Anyway, gents and Fox, we've reached that time of the evening.
Come on, the teddy bears.
Come on, the teddy bears.
What can I say? It's been a great part one of the show. Hopefully we're back for part two, celebrating a Rangers victory. Can I just thank everybody on the panel, everybody that phoned in, and the technical department, and everybody especially listening in all over the world there, all the forums, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We've been able to make this possible without yous. Viva El Rangers, let's go.
To all the Rangers fans everywhere, particularly in us wee Rangers radio show, please keep it going. Keep it going for the Rangers.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Cheers, guys.
Right.
You've heard of Rangers, the famous Glasgow Rangers, a team of giants who come from Ibrox Park. They've won honours from Russia to Australia, but now at Hampden they're gonna make their mark. The Scottish Cup will soon be in their hands. John Wallace, the proudest in the land. The Blues are gonna win the cup. Viva El Rangers. We know the boys will run amok. Viva El Rangers. And with every single goal they score, Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers for we are the people, and there's really no denying that they've been trying to put us out the cup. With men like Greg and Fearless, Andy Jardine, them it has been impossible to stop. The skills of Miller, Forsyth and McKean, they'll need a hurricane to stop our team. The Blues are gonna win the cup. Viva El Rangers. We know the boys will run amok. Viva El Rangers. And with every single goal they score, Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers for the there's wee Tommy, Colin Jackson and Big Peter. He's got hands to stop an avalanche. Johnson, Derry, Pauline and McDonald. Ach, it's a doddle for Wallace and the boys. The chant of easy, easy from the fans. The cheers are really gonna get into them. The Blues are gonna win the cup. Viva El Rangers. We know the boys will run amok. Viva El Rangers. And with every single goal they score, Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers for la 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 la. Viva El Rangers. La 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 la. Viva El Rangers. La 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 la. Viva El Rangers. We'll give the lads a hand and roar. El Rangers por favor. Rangers!
I was on mute there. Sorry, boys.